What is going on, everybody? One Piece 469 had some interesting developments at the end of last episode. The last two episodes we've kind of, I'd say, calmed down from just like peak episode after peak episode after peak episode. The last two episodes have kind of been more what I expect from One Piece episode wise, of like some peak, a lot of filler within the episode, a little bit more peak, a lot of bit of, oh, that's interesting, and then a lot of just kind of what, just typical like One Piece construction. I don't know if we'll get back to what those first like 4 episodes were, where it was just like from press play to stop play was just, I don't want to say flawless episodes, because episodes could always, nothing can be flawless, but they're pretty up there from start to finish. The last couple episodes are about what I think we're all used to, so I'm curious to see kind of how the next episodes go and what's the plan here. Like I said, I just don't think Whitebeard has enough. I've been saying that for the last week or so now. I'm gonna wait to be proven wrong. Did he really just roll up here with no plan at all, or do you have something that you just haven't showed yet? TBD on that. And then everything else we've already glossed over. I think what the most interesting part is Smoker still fucking up Luffy. I don't even know how you fight Smoker again. I think I posed the question last reaction or 2 reactions ago of, I wonder if each Logia does have its natural weakness out there in the world or not. Because like with Crocodile, we've seen what Luffy does to make contact with him. Now I don't know if maybe an Enru counter would be like rubber, but like aside from Luffy being rubber, like could you coat yourself in rubber? That's kind of difficult to kind of just like have without knowing what he does. So I'm curious if all Logias have a natural weakness, or the natural weakness to that is just a hockey. And then again, we pose the whole question of like, to touch somebody that is a Logia user, do you have to have like Conqueror's level hockey, or can it just be any base level of hockey? Like, can it just be any understanding and you can make contact? I don't know. There's a whole hockey intro to hockey 101 that we still need to go through, and the effects that has on Devil's Fruits. Besides and I feel like this is the first time we've seen Luffy really getting tossed around by like non-end of arc bosses. Like he's always having these like crazy fights, taking all this damage and shit when he faces like a Moria or a Crocodile or whoever it may be, or Lucci. Like they're fucking him up, but it's like it's the end of like an arc that's been like building to that fight. These vice admirals are hitting him. Like he's getting tossed around, honestly, and I feel like this is the first time we've seen him really get tossed around that wasn't like an end of arc fight. Still can't deal with Smoker. And then to top it all off, and Smoker's only a captain, which is interesting. I thought he was a vice admiral as well, but you guys kind of clarified that for me. And then to top it all off, which I think is going to be the most interesting part here, they were making comments about Kuma again. Is he like being piloted? Is that really him? I would assume that's really him, because I don't think a fake, like a lower level one of him, could do the damage that they did to the Oars Jr., but who knows. And I think the most interesting part of last episode was Boa protecting Luffy, essentially like putting her cards on the table. How is that about to go down right here? Like, is she just fully just giving, because it's a lot to like what is she fully giving up the Warlord title and she's just like siding with them? Not siding with Whitebeard, but I mean, if you protect Luffy, you're on that side. You're not on the Marine side. Okay, maybe you don't agree with Whitebeard, but you're not on the Marine side. So if she does that, are they losing another Warlord? So what? They're down 2 Warlords from this whole thing altogether. And then also, did Jinbei just smack Moria that easily, or is there something off screen we didn't see? I'm very curious of the Boa stuff. Like, is it about to be put out there? But then it's like, if she gives up that title, does she know what she's putting her island at risk to? Just kind of like the raping and pillaging and reaving and no protection. Is she just ready to toss all that right now in this instance? That's probably what I'm most interested to see as far as last episode went. So let's get it started. Go. Like, is everybody seeing this? Now what? We just pretend it didn't happen and walk away. What is this? What is this? Because we know it doesn't work because he doesn't feel like that about her. Was she trying to turn him to stone so he stops? Or what just happened? It didn't work. Where the fluff did she get that from? How did she, like, is that the one of one key? Like, the only key that he had, like, how does she have that? That's something you'd think Goku would have on him, no? Oh god, she's gonna lose it. Somebody get her out of there. Maybe her cover hasn't been blown. I mean, she did hit Smoker, though. Oh, God. And he's gone. So now what? She didn't do anything too crazy other than she did hit Smoker. Yeah, okay, so maybe it looks okay. She needs new clothes. It's ruined. Girl, compose yourself. You're a grown-ass woman, by the way. I guess that worked out better than I thought. I guess we still need to address her hitting Smoker, but I wonder if they're going to address that. Is she okay? Okay, so now we're dragging it. We're dragging it. We're dragging it. Gotcha. Is this love? Maybe. Alright, I think she made it out of there okay. As far as like cover being blown. Boa, what are you doing? Are you siding with them? Like that I didn't know if we were going to go into that or what. But now they're dragging it. You see what I said at the beginning of the episode? How we've kind of like fallen back into like the nonsense of One Piece episodes. I knew it was too good to be true. We are how far in? We're 10 minutes in, by the way. And we had a 4.5-minute recap plus intro. So of the 24 minutes, we burned 5 of it on recap, 5 of it on this. And you know the episodes don't go the full 24, they cut off at like 21. So we've got about 11 minutes more of content. Let's see how much we actually get as far as like plot and this Marine Ford situation that's going on. It's still going, by the way. Oh, man. Oh my god. Still going. Someone's got to snap her out of this, right? That would be wild if they did end up getting together. That'd be a pretty strong couple. But I'm pretty sure we're not gonna get anything like that. There it goes. Okay, so I thought we resolved that whole situation. Like, okay, she hit Smoker once, nobody really saw it, yada yada, blah blah blah. No, she just stopped him again. What is happening here? Why is her head so cranked back? What is happening? I was about to say, what is her... I was like, okay, we got through that. But no, she did it again. She did it again in front of people. I don't know if there'll be any consequences for the actions that she did or what. Okay, we're 12 minutes in. We got about 8 minutes left. Let's see what we get here, content-wise. I do not trust him to hold that key. Has Kuma always been dead? And he's just like permanently robot status or what? Like, is there not a single piece of, like, because like Frankie is a little as far as like, is he human? Is he not? Like, are we saying like he's got no human qualities, no brain, no nothing? He's like fully AI? I don't know. And is that the real him? Because it's like, if he is fully AI, so he's 100% fully being controlled. He did show up and quote unquote save us the last arc or 2 arcs ago. Eh? I mean, maybe. Unless they did something to him between the last time we saw him speak. Because we saw him interacting with Garp and Goku before this. So did they do something to him in that time? Ah, they did. Okay. Hmm. Is he though? So he's still has his devil's fruit and everything, I'm assuming. That doesn't sound too great. So he still had his mind. Uh-oh. Kuma hates the government, does he? Oh, so you have a personal relationship with him, no? Ivankov seems to, like, know him on a personal level. It seems. I wonder how much percent of him is supposed to be human or what. Ruh-roh. I was gonna say, y'all gonna do anything about that or just let him attack? Well, I'm sure there's some humanity in there. I can already see that's gonna be the plot point with him. I don't know when Kuma's gonna be kind of like fleshed out, but I can already see how that's gonna go. And just speaking from having Ivankov speak, clearly there's some kind of relationship there or some kind of previous knowledge. I don't know how close the relationship could be of them growing up or them being on a ship together at some point or what. But I have a feeling we're going to be getting backstory on a decent amount of the warlords. I think Crocodile and Moria have had theirs. But we've gotten Boa. Kuma will be getting his, I'm sure. Doflamingo seems more like actual villain type, not like redeemable. he seems to be like actually a piece of shit. But Kuma. Oh, and then I'm sure we'll get Jinbei background as well. Or if you want to call him even a warlord still, I guess not. Luffy, they're fucked. Like, who's dealing with this, by the way? Who's handling this? Whitebeard, what do we got, man? Because I don't think it's Ivankov. I'm going to be dead ass. Alright. Whoa. Krillin after image. This might work here as far as like getting an actual hit in. Hold on now. He's having some trouble identifying. That DBZ scanner is going crazy. Hold on now. Okay. Hold on. I mean, we've seen that Wink do some powerful things. Okay. Now what? And is Doflamingo just gonna let us pass, or is he gonna be an issue right now? I did say that would work to get a hit in. I didn't say that would work to actually do any damage or put him down, though. Well, is it working? Eh? Fair enough. I don't think this is doing anything, though. And if he's really, like, that disconnected from, like, human and robot, he's not gonna feel any damage. Like, he's not gonna know pain or anything like that. Are we really gonna leave this to him? I mean, I guess. I don't see that going well, but we'll see. Eh? Oh. They really think that wax is ice? Guys. Guys. What do we do? They're like, I don't know what this is. It must be Okuji's ice. Wait, this ice isn't cold. Oh. Alright, are we gonna do something? I think the episode's almost over, actually. Yeah, damn. It's still so wild to me that, like, he has this full, like, getup going in here. He's crossed out the Marines on his hat. Who's this? Oh shit, Mr. One. Oh, is he still fighting people on Whitebeard's shit? Yeah. He's still trying to get to him. I mean, they're getting dotted up. Imagine if he would just fight with us for 2 seconds. Is there any way you could help us out? Oh, he hit him. How did he make contact? That's the sound that they put on him diamonding up sounded crazy, by the way. He controlled him. How is he able to make contact with him, though? Again, could be hockey related, I don't know. I'm gonna assume Diamond Boy has hockey, and that's how he was able to physically make contact with Crocodile, I'm going to assume. What are the two of them gonna go after Whitebeard? Oh god. That has to be the way that he made contact with them. I don't think his diamonds were somehow making contact. Who's he about to run into? Someone with a sword. Mihawk? Oh shit. We definitely can't handle that. I think he's talking about to Shanks. Yeah. Oh shit. I was wondering if he was gonna do anything at all, Mihawk, like on the scene. Like, he did his little thing against Whitebeard and it didn't work, so I was like, does he even have interest in doing anything or no? We're gonna end the episode here. Someone's gonna have to step in. Clearly somebody's going to have to step in. Like, we don't even have to like joke around like, oh, could Luffy do this with a mixture of Gear 2 and then no. He could not. He could absolutely not. There's nothing he could do in that entire situation at all. Okay, let's back it up here. Honestly, it was a pretty weak episode, I'm not gonna lie to you. We just didn't get much of anything. As soon as they showed these two, I was like, okay, what are we about to do here? What are we about to do with these two? But yeah, I mean, you guys saw. I mean, it was the 12-minute mark of the episode that we got out of that Boa fantasy wedding thing. So I mean, you see how that goes. Burned another couple, you know, frames and seconds on the buggy stuff. The Crocodile development is interesting, because clearly he's not going to get a free pass to him. So what does Doflamingo mean by team up with me? I mean, Doflamingo's, I mean, you guys were Warlord buddies, if that means anything. And we know that he still seems to be, I guess, supporting the Marine effort at the moment. So if the common goal is to get rid of Whitebeard here, is that what we mean team up? Like, are the two of them going to go after him? And that just makes it even worse, because I already thought Whitebeard doesn't have enough, right? It's where the side is severely lacking. You're just gonna drop Crocodile on their side too. Yeah, man, I don't know. Again, the arc is not over. I'm going to give the strongest pirate in the world, king of pirates, whatever you want to say, title. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt until either Ace is killed or he's killed or he gets a... I don't know. I'm going to see. I'm going to hope he just didn't roll up here and think he could just walk through the front door and walk back out, because that's what it's looking at right now. So we'll see. We'll see what these two get into. And then the Kuma development of, like... We already knew he was, like, part cyborg. I don't know how much, but we saw when Zoro exposed his arm. And then we saw more of it in the Archipelago arc when he was just dotting people, and, you know, they make copies of him and just a bunch of stuff. So now that he's, like, I guess fully not himself anymore, are there any human parts of it? Like, does he still have a human brain, or what do we... But I'm going to assume we're going to get a good, decent explanation or backstory on that. I don't know. Doflamingo seems like a piece of shit, so I don't see him getting much of a fleshed out backstory. Kind of like Crocodile. It's like, I feel like he's going to be somebody to fight, but he's not going to be somebody that's going to have like a fleshed out, dramatic backstory. I feel like he just might be a piece of shit. Same thing with Moria. Like, Moria is kind of shitty. He didn't get a backstory. He talked about, you know, how his dreams were shattered when he got into the Grand Line and he lost his crew. But that's like as deep as they took it, you know. I don't think we're going to get the Boa level of backstory. I'm curious if we get more of Jinbei's backstory as well. He looked like he'll be hanging around for a while, so we'll kind of see how that goes. But we'll leave it there and see. We'll leave it there. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always...